Hey everybody, you can see we are outside on a beautiful fall day, or probably what we would refer to in the South as false fall, because it gives us just a little bit of fall weather and then it gets hot again. Happens every year. But I'm going to kind of copy one of my friends who also has a business like this, Stephen Brewer at Mutton Hollow. Kind of did a tour the other day, and I thought, that's a cool idea. So we're going to kind of copy Stephen. We're copying your idea. Going to use it today. So let's go into the showroom. So obviously the showroom, and we're shooting some other videos, doing some other work here today. But when you come in, this is what you have: sales counter, and then over here you have Jason and Rob's office. And Rob has no idea that we're talking about him right now, but we're going to talk about him anyway. And this is where him and their office is a little bit cluttered, but hey, that's marketing people. And then you go in here, and they've had the door closed because we were shooting some other videos. And anyway, now we have, this is sales office. So Liz is up here just taking up air at the moment, gossiping probably. And you got Aaron, Andy, Dave. These are the guys that do our customer service. So they answer the phone. Sometimes I do, sometimes Liz does as well. Liz is also mom, if anybody didn't figure that out yet, but she's been here since day one. And you and Dad have worked together every day, what, 73, right?
Since 73?
Yeah.
Whenever we opened Smith Automotive.
So I will say 1973. So it's a long time. Not quite sure how he's managed to put up with her that long. But anyway. So we've done a video before. You see you got Wally's service station over there. And then this is my cluttered disaster of an office here. And guess when you're the big dog, you get the office. And just, stuff, collection of whatever on the wall. So if you go through these double doors, and yes, this is another door that we use to get stuff in, big stuff in and out. You walk out here into shipping and receiving. That's Brandon. Brandon is the quote warehouse manager. Then you got Damon, who does all kinds of warehouse stuff, from pack parts to entering products, shipments going out, put stuff away, check stuff in. Just kind of when you work in the warehouse, you do everything. It's just kind of a one-size-fits-all job. So this is building C we are in, which building C has a lot of big inventory, a lot of doors, some hoods. You got bumpers, you got quarter panels upstairs, radiators. And then this lower section is nothing but truck parts. And then over there you got patch panels, Camaro parts, gas tanks, inner fenders, just kind of a little bit of everything. Over in building C. So back lot, this is where the guys park at, and a little more sign collection stuff over there. And this is just kind of our overflow area of where, we bring in pallets of merchandise just to help store them, as well as this is, now we are in what's called building A. And this is Candace. Candace, you probably met on an earlier video. Candace is also my fiance, so pray for me.
Pray for me.
Anyway, so, and then you met Billy on an earlier video as well. So building A, this is the original building that H&H had. This is the first building we built. Herman and I and two other guys actually physically put this building up. Over here you got Tri-5. You got Impala stuff that way. Upstairs, you got more bigger items hanging. We utilize it where the larger items can hang out. Then you got Nova, Chevelle, our massive window felt aisle, because we stock a lot of window felts and window channel kits. And these shelves here are laid out pretty close to numerically, not perfect, but pretty close. And then you got lines, and lines are probably the worst thing to store just because they're not heavy by any means. They're just big and bulky and take up a lot of room. And They're a little bit of a pain to ship, but we offer them anyway. Then you got bigger storage, leaf springs, more stuff from CPP. You got that. Back here, he's not here at the moment, but this is Herman's office with a lot of collections of stuff. He's a little weird about the mannequins. This is just some more of Herman's collection, various things. Big Elvis fan. Got Elvis whiskey decanters, some 8-track tapes. This is stuff here that was actually found on the property whenever we were digging footings and whatnot. So if you knew anything about the history of Benton County, Arkansas, this used to be real big back in the 1800s about apples. This was an apple producing area. And then I couldn't tell you the year, sometime through there was a disease went out and wiped out the majority of the apple trees in this part of the country. But at the time, there was actually a railroad right where we're standing at. It was a railroad siding, and across the highway, there used to be a apple packing facility. So this is just some of the stuff. That's actually a railroad, a rail connector. This is part of a horse harness, and these were actually down in the ground. We dug them up. You've got a shoe for a mule, some railroad spikes. This was some other insulators, early electrical lines, that sort of thing. And then obviously she's not here. Race car we used to have a long time ago. And then this is Liz's office. Liz is our, quote, office manager, HR, bookkeeper, and whatever else I can find for her to do. So, and you can see actually the tile floor. So this building A, this was our original showroom, was here. And whenever we built building C, we didn't bother tearing the tile up. We just went over the top of it. But the double doors we came through, if you'll see this little black strip, that's where we came through. That's where you actually came from, because this was shipping originally. This is how you got in the showroom, it was here. So customers came through. There were doors up there for customers that have all been sealed off now and just, you know, walled up as just a regular outside door. And when we built building C and got everything up and running, we tore all this out. But we left Liz's office back here. So now you're going into building C, which you obviously you guys are familiar with because we shoot a lot of videos in building C. But here you have more hoods. We stock a lot of hoods. Trunk floors, full floor pans, and just all kinds of, here's my aisle for my infamous door video. You got bed floors over here. Here's some more full floor pans for Tri-5s and some Impalas. Again, bed floors. There's more stuff. So, and you can see that up there. That's all fenders up above. And then, of course, you have the trailer. And if the trailer is not out on the road, this is where it resides. And this is actually, you can't see underneath it, but this floor, this part from here and from the wall back are sloped, so we actually can wash it inside, even if it's cold, do maintenance on it, reload it. And then this is Herman and I's sort of play area, R&D area, and shop car storage, with the exception of the ones that are at my house. Herman and I built that 57 convertible about 20 years ago. This is a 66 Impala SS that he's got. We didn't build that car. We bought it as you see it, except for the wheels. Up on top there is a 70 Monte Carlo that actually brought me home the day I was born. Then this is just kind of fun. Obviously, we don't do anything for tractors, but this belonged to man across the street, was my adopted grandfather. 46 model John Deere that Herman restored, kind of a labor of love thing. What else? Then you got some shipping containers out back that's got more storage in it because we just don't have enough room. But that is a quick tour of H&H.